Okay, my lighting mods. This is a light deflector, and it's to prevent the light from coming directly into my eyes. I took some poster board and I loosened the screws on the mounting screws on the light and tucked it underneath it and put a screw and a washer through it to hold it up against the light. This is another type that I have out in the main living area. It looks pretty cheap, as I can see in the picture now, but it works very well at deflecting the light. I just don't like light directly in my eyes, and this will serve its purpose. This is under-the-counter lighting. That whole cabinet system has a false bottom in it, and there's like a 2-inch area to run wires in it, and it's very convenient for that. This is the best area, part of the under-the-counter lighting. It's under the stove. It has such a lame light on that stove. It's nice to see what I'm actually cooking. I have a toggle switch there, which is also a dimmer switch, so we can dim these lights. They're 110 volts, 20 watt each. And I lit up the pantry area. It was dark as a cave in there, so I have variable lighting now in each cubicle within the pantry area. I went and changed every one of these RV light switches and fan switches to residential style light. This was actually a very easy, very inexpensive mod to do. I used a keyhole saw. I think I did a little soldering, some wire nuts, some spade lugs, and all these have gone to residential light. I think we all know that the sound systems in these RVs leave a lot to be desired. So the inexpensive speakers do very well for mid-range, but they do nothing for the highs and the lows. So I purchased 2 sets of tweeters. I put 2 in the back, 2 in the front. So that took care of the high frequencies. And then I bought an active subwoofer. I got it off Craigslist for $35. And it's the type you actually plug in the wall. I've hardwired that in, and I wired it directly into the back of the stereo, which is right above it there. And it actually had a spot for a second subwoofer. It was actually a pretty easy mod to do. The sound system sounds fantastic now in this RV. This is another separate independent sound system I put in the bathroom, really for my daughter, but I bought these off Craigslist for $10. They're old computer speakers. I had to get these because they were amplified, so the iPod needs amplification. We're in the wires to the ceiling, and you just plug your iPod in, and that's it. Now, these electrical mods, I should tell you that I am an electrician, so some of these mods are going to get a little complicated, but this is going to take advantage of it. In the circle there, I want you to see that plug, and that plug goes from the pedestal, the 20 amp pedestal, at a 30 amp hookup. I'm going to tap into the extra 20 amps. You can see I ran the wire up underneath, and it goes into the RV right behind that circuit breaker box that you're looking at right now. Now, what this mod does is I have put 3 switches in that control the water heater, the electric water heater, the microwave, and the fireplace, which is also a heater. Now, at the flip of I've used a double pole, double throw 20 amp switch, and so at the flip of a switch, I can use any one of those devices that I've mentioned, and take it from the 20 amp service, or flip it over to the 30, or I actually have a 50 amp service, so either one. There's the switches right there. They control. In the bedroom, I use mostly exclusively electric heat, and these things are notorious, these thermostats on these heaters. They don't control well. It's either too hot or too cold. I couldn't take it anymore, and so I devised a way to use a regular wall thermostat, and to control that heater and turn it on and off. So what I did was the thermostat controls a contactor, and that contactor, when it energizes, it activates an electrical outlet, and so whatever's plugged into it goes on and off. You plug the heater into it, you turn the heater all the way on, set the thermostat for any temperature you want, and as soon as the thermostat calls for heat, it engages the contactor, heater goes on. When the thermostat is satisfied with the temperature, the thermostat goes off, the contactor opens up, and the heater shuts off. So now I have complete control in the bedroom for the heat. And actually, I did the same thing out in the main living area, and I got lucky this time, because here is the picture, and the thermostat wire that went to the furnace happened to go right behind this area, and I tapped into it and diverted it to that switch. And so if the switch is in the up position, it's in the furnace, like it always has been since I bought the camper. In the lower position, the thermostat now controls the power to that outlet. I have a relay in that box that you're looking at right there. So now I have the same kind of control, and the difference on the switch depends on furnace or the outlet. This is a temperature meter. I've hardwired a thermocouple outside, and the clocks on top. These are velcroed together, and they are hardwired in. They're permanently in there. Same as the bedroom. This is secured to the cabinet in the bedroom. Now for some miscellaneous mods. This is a bypass onto my water pump, and I can either suck antifreeze for winterizing or freshwater tank depending on the configuration of the valves. Some spice racks that I got from Amazon.com. This is a skylight in the bedroom. I need darkness when I sleep, so I got a 3-inch thick piece of foam. Cut it too big for that size, so friction holds it in there. It's easy to put in and out, and I covered it with material. These are some of my favorite pictures that I had done at Sam's Club to posters size, and I spray glued them on a foam board and velcroed this foam board to the walls. I can't believe it took me 2 years to figure this out. I went down to Lowe's, finally bought some magnets for these doors. If the camper's leaning slightly, the door's always half open. It was driving me crazy. These magnets hold these doors. And it was so easy. I can't believe it took me 2 years to figure that out. These are towel racks. I had to get a hacksaw, and I cut that rod down so this thing fits as perfectly as it could in these two areas. I added a couple of shelves in there that was pretty much dead space that I couldn't find any use for. Now we put shoes in there. I could put anything I want in there. I added a couple of shelves. Also added 3 shelves on the left side. It was just a whole dead area on that angled wall next to the left of that vanity. Now I've turned that into some use. Polyurethane on a couple coats on this tabletop made it so durable. Again, I waited too long to do that mod. Underneath I have 3 of these, or just laundry baskets for the pass-through area. Look at those big handles. It's so easy to grab things, heavy things in and out of that. And I always have soap there for when I'm finishing at the dump station, and it's always there. I don't have to go looking for it. So it's just hand soap. Same as the Teflon tape. When I winterize, I actually drain my water heater each time after each use. I don't have to go searching for Teflon tape. It's always there to be found. I always use quick disconnects on all my hoses. I actually have 3 different 25-foot hoses. They all have quick disconnects in case I have to couple some together. It's quick and it's easy. Now this was out of paranoia. This is a switch. I was afraid someone would steal my 5th wheel, because you can hook up despite the battery being disconnected, you can still hook up your truck power, and the front legs would still operate. Well, not with that switch off. Now I've intercepted that wire, and the switch is turned off. I don't care what kind of power is, those legs won't move. I took this idea off of the forum. It's from Harbor Freight. I cut the legs a little short so it's the right size. I love that stool. Now I replaced all the carpet in my RV. It was wearing out really fast, and I knew it would. And I first did the steps in the room. I took the bedroom, took all the carpet out, lots of staples, but it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. The stairs were a bear though. So I had it all professionally installed. I did not do this myself with leftover carpet when we had our house done. And as you see, it looks great, and boy does it feel good under the feet. What a difference that made. And when he did the stairs, it was originally vinyl right on the other side of the stairs. I had him now carpet, the whole thing where carpet never was, so now it's continuous carpet all the way to the broom. I also had him cut these sides for over the vent, and he had him bind it, so when they're over the vent, you can walk right on it. You still know you're stepping on a vent, but it's nothing like stepping directly on the vent, and it looks great to the eyes. I then did the lower area. As you can see, I took out all the carpet in this area. Taking it off the slides was very easy. The middle area, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it was more trouble. So I removed all the carpet, and then here's the carpet pad being installed. It's a real high quality pad, a Stainmaster, and the carpet that we selected for this area is a high quality. We sprung for a good quality carpet. And this is the padding that was in the main area, and there was nothing on the slides, so I took that and put it on the slides, and there's the finished product right there. I used a real low pile so the slides would have no problem going over on top of the carpet, and it has not been a problem at all. And look at, if you notice, the chairs have no seat covers on them in that picture right there, and that was my next project. The foam cushion was wearing out very quickly, so I took those off, and man, there were staples that were to take out of these. It must have been 1,000,000 staples of these 4 seats. And I bought some good quality foam. I ended up not actually using that carpet pad. I used a different kind of foam. but I re-upholstered those and bought some nice material to cover those in. My last project is the padded headboard. Use an 1/8" plywood and put some foam in there and stretch some material across the back, staple in the back. It was very easy actually to do. And I hope you enjoyed the mods. Thanks very much.